Hello guys and welcome back to part 4 season 2 of the Hamlet Rags to Riches. Here we go. I have played 8 games off record here and yeah, we have to take a look at them before we're getting to the live game, which is gonna be Ipsfleet. A really big away game here against Billericay. They were sitting number 2 in the league when we played them. We're predicted number 8, so a rather big away game here, of course. But they were kind of inconsistent in their form, so maybe. And then again, they hadn't lost a game all season when we played them. We had quite a few rotations here again, because we had to, since we just played 3 days earlier. Even some of the players we did play here was a little bit knackered, especially Mills, but we had to play him. I needed him in. Going into this, I feared the worst. A loss here, the morale could drop really drastically for our guys. It would be really bad to lose. I went in with this with the balanced mentality instead of the positive. I thought that would be the right choice here. 20 minutes in, everything looked like that Billericay was the better team, so I decided to go back on cautious. Half time, all even, and yeah, I don't think there was a single highlight after that. And yeah, I'm playing on extended, and I think I only saw 2 highlights in total in the entirety of that first half. I think that means that both teams are probably very equally matched and can really open up the other team. 3 shots for both teams, none on target. Yeah, but I'm okay with that. That's fine. We are away from home, tough game. But I did decide to actually just make a small change here, dropping Cooper down to a Masila role. I was wondering if I could maybe take control of this game. But quickly in the second half, I understood that it didn't really help, so I actually went back to the Shadow Striker again. And I also took out work ball into the box, because why would I? It didn't work anyway. So I took pass into space, hit early crosses, and also counter them to try something new here. A bit lower engagement line as well to go along with it and get stuck in. I basically at this point also had to actually sub out Mills and Dobbs. They were gone, so Agohar and Box Hill coming on. You know what, that probably left me with a little bit too... Yeah, we didn't have our best strikers in, let's just say that, right? But it didn't work. I mean, it kind of worked, but there was no highlights. 2 highlights. I believe there was 2 highlights in this game, and I was playing on extended. I got to say, this is probably the most odd FM22 match that I have witnessed. This was very strange. But all right, I'll take the draw. 1 point away from home, tough game. You know what? It's not a bad result for us. So yeah, we'll take that with us. But it is worrying not seeing a single shot on target here. That's very worrying. Ah, yes, here we go again. The name that I can't pronounce. Sloth? No, they were sitting 14th in the league when I played them. They're 13th right now. 15 media prediction. Should on paper be someone we should probably win against. But when we played them, they had won 4 out of 5 games. Not the case anymore. A lot of draws for them now. But when we played them, 4 out of 5. So they were on a pretty good form. Going back to positive mentality, and Box Hill is actually going to come in playing as not a shadow striker, but attacking midfielder instead on attack. I was still kind of struggling to get the positioning, this position here to work, and neither Cooper or Box Hill seems to be working that well when they play there. 25 minutes in, and yeah, 1 shot for them, 0 for us. It looked like an absolutely repeat of the last game. What is going on? Honestly, I didn't really have any idea here, but something had to change, didn't it? Higher tempo, shoot on sight, attacking mentality. Will it work? I don't know. Let's find out. 50 seconds later, and the goal is in the back of our net. Honestly, I'm kind of lost for words here. But it actually did help. 7 shots for us, 2 on target, and then this happened. Rackett with a lovely dribbling skills, crossing it into Box Hill, who hit the post and finds the nets on the second attempt. Good, but not really good in the first half here, is it? Both teams didn't really seem to show up for the first 25 minutes, as the XG also suggests. So let's see how second half is gonna go. We didn't exactly look like the best team out there, so I decided pretty early on in the second half to make a couple of more changes to see if we can gain something from this, or at least just stop them from doing something. Agoha and Davy is coming on. Going back to the balanced mentality, slightly more direct passes and also passing into space. higher tempo but narrow, so we will maybe find some more space out wide. Also go lower our engagement. I think that would be good, and the wingbacks are going back to support. Maybe just not to concede too much, or at least not give our fullbacks. I think our wingbacks on attack was maybe a little bit too much. Also because we didn't really control the game. So why would I have the wingbacks all up there, all the way up there? We didn't control it at all. So yeah, back to support for them. A couple of more highlights for both team, and it was over. Honestly, I think that Sloth was probably the best team out there, and slightly better. Our wingback seems pretty nullified in this game. They didn't really have anything. Also, no corners, no long throws, no set pieces at all for us. Kind of worrying. So a pretty rough result here for us, because this is not one of the big opponents. They are just, kind of mid-table. And I was also very confused about what was happening for us, because what should I change here to make it work? I didn't know at this point. If anything, maybe I should just leave it alone. Dorking. Now that was a big one. Second in the league when we played them. Still second in the league live when I'm recording this. Fourth predicted. So, of course, a very big game here for us. Especially thinking about that we are at home and it is number 1 versus number 2. We were number 1 at that point. So, man, that was a big game for us. And some of these big games, they needed to be wins. They need to be wins if we were to have any chances and still need to have any chances of a title. Actually, just for top 3 as well. We need to win some of these very, very hard games. So without actually understanding what went wrong in the other 2 games we played, I just made 3 small changes here. I went back to the ball-winning midfielder, going on support on him, hopefully to be more involved in some of our attacking play, maybe giving us a little bit more possession or easier to, keep the possession because he wouldn't be as a stationary ball-winning midfielder. Also putting the deep lying forward on roaming, so he would maybe find some more room some places, and putting him on attack. Okay, here's a strange one for you guys. See, I take notes when I play, and I know that I made 3 changes before this match. I can only find 2. There we go. Lovely. I noted wrong over here in my notepad, I guess. Stupid YouTuber. But I think it was 3 changes, but I can't find the last one, which one it is, and I can't really seem to find it. So 2 changes, I guess it was. Maybe 3. Can you find it? Can you find 3 mistakes here? I can't find the last one. Unfortunately, Mills had an injury from training. He's out. So terrible news for our goal scoring opportunities, of course. But I will put him. I put him on the bench here for this game because he was not so knackered that he couldn't play, like 20 minutes. So on the bench for him. 27 minutes into the game here, and it was pretty much a copy paste of the last game. 3-4 kind of good highlights for Dorking, none for us. Something had to change again, but what? What I changed didn't seem to work anyway. At least not in the other 2 games. So I was kind of like, what could I do here? I mean, yeah, we have control of the ball, at least good passing range with it. Actually, we didn't have control. We just had very good passing. We were finding our passes, but we are not finding the chances. So we didn't get into the final third, at least. That's how I read it. Let's do something drastic. Oh yeah, we are rolling back to version 3. High press, high intensity. Piss off, Dorking. Here we go. Well, hopefully. Well, yeah, that was hopeful, wasn't it? It actually looks like it is Dorking doing the high press here. As they get a goal from us making a mess of it, I am completely out of ideas, and honestly, what can I do here? They're getting it all, and an own goal by Record, making it even worse. I'm speechless. Halftime, piss poor by us. Well done, Dorking. I mean, yeah, their front man, what is his name? Vodgiko or something like that. He was just having a laugh out there, running past our defenders all day long. But yeah, I moved into second half with what I have. I had no idea. So high press, high intensity. I went on with that just to hope to find something at least. Also because I did see we had a couple of chances after I changed over to the high intensity tactic again. So, I mean, it made sense just moving on with it. But maybe it's the consistency or lack of it that is coming into play here, that we are just changing too much. 65 minutes in, and I was not seeing anything good here. And I think the time had come for me to do some big decisions for this season. Not only what tactic, but also what formation we're going to move forward with. All the best results we have got this season is from very generic kind of tactics. Even last season, all the best results probably from the more generic kind of situation where we don't have a lot of instructions on. So we are rolling back to the Diamond version 3 here. and we're going to stick to it. That is it. Let the boys play. Let them have fun. Stay generic. Stay very simple in your tactic. And hopefully we can find some form after this game. Because, of course, this game was still to win, or at least draw. But I had to make a decision, because what I had seen in the last 3 games here, it wasn't good. I had to stick to something, get some consistency in. Also putting in Milovic and Cooper here in this game, because, yeah, the condition was a problem for sure. And to my surprise, we actually had I think 6 or 7 more highlights after that. But we never managed to score. So the positive in this one is that probably we should go back more generic. And this was also the reality of having lost the first game of the season here. And it was against one of the big boys in our league, but it was at home. Not terrible result, but maybe what came out of it could be something positive. We also lost our first spot to Dorking. They went top now, so yeah, down to second place. Top 3 probably on the menu. Title, I'm not. After seeing these 3 games, yeah, I didn't really feel like it. I didn't feel like we were going for the title right now. Dover, they were 11th in the league when we played them, predicted 6th. So, a half-decent team here. We are away from home, so with our current form, anything could happen here, really. My thought process was, if I can get away here with a draw and a clean sheet, I'll take the 0-0 or 0-0. And of course, I'll stick to my plan and actually go ahead and use this version 3 of the diamond, and we're going to stick with that. I'm not saying that we won't adjust it a little bit, but we won't make any big changes all the time in the games. We'll just make a very, very slight change, maybe to the tactic. I'm going to set a limit, probably going to set a limit to 2 changes during the season. Only 2 changes that we're going to do during the season. For the rest, it's just going to be this generic kind of thing, because I just think it's better. I don't think it's good to change around all the time. So there we go. Maximum 2. Maximum 2 changes. And it's not going to happen in this game. Honestly, all these big changes, all the very, very hard individual instructions to follow, they don't work in non-league. I have never, not even back in FM10, they didn't even work back then. Why would they work now? Let's just stick to what we know here. And my mistake from and that's my stupidity, going back to, maybe I can try this and that. But the reality is that it's not working in non-league football. You have a better time if you are letting the boys play very generically. You would have thought that I have learned after 25 years of football manager and championship manager that to not keep doing this. But there we go. That's how stupid I am, right? But yeah, it didn't start well here. We did have 2 highlights before this, but disappointing to get behind. Not marking any changes here, but yeah, I'm not going to make any changes at all. I think Mayunga could have done better in this situation. Maybe he should have won that header, but you know what? I'm gonna blame it on me from making changes during the season here. I'm not gonna blame it on Mayunga this time around. My inconsistent tactic, that's to blame. 7 shots, 7 on target after 20 minutes. Well, I think we can easily say that this is just working better. And then this highlight pops up, and it is a lovely free kick from Dobbs. Gets his header on it. Sorry, it's the other way around. It's Dobbs getting his head on it from the header. There we go. Back in business, I guess. 5 minutes later here, we have an Evans long throw. And we are going 1 up now. 2-1. Why the hell did I try anything else? Just go generic. Just do it. Non-league, generic. Every time. It works. I mean, yeah, do a good formation that works with the players. But other than that, don't give them too many instruction. Don't go full-blown tactical instruction as well. Keep it generic. Is generic the right word? I don't know, but I'm calling it that. Yeah, and half-time. And honestly, it's hard to see why I would ever choose anything else than this. Both the XG and the shot map is showing us that we are doing really well here. I wouldn't say that Dover are probably better than us, but close to equal at least, and we're doing this good. So it definitely makes sure that we're going for the generic. I keep telling it, I keep saying it, because I need to remind myself to not change anything. And here comes the Cooper setting himself up, and a lovely pass between him and Davey that then he easily finds a run in between the defenders. ABC shadow worker job here. And also with a small loop over the goalkeeper. I mean, that's a brilliant goal from him. 3-1. I mean, we needed this. After those games before, we needed a 3-1 win here. especially away from home. But it gets even better. Another free kick. Dobbs, getting his first ever hat-trick for the club. Yeah, all of them goals with his heads and also from set pieces. It almost feels like I'm back in the beta here. I mean, set pieces, headers, hat-tricks. And with that goal, we're also going back top of the league because of a goal score difference. Well, at least for some time. And that also meant that it was really nice that we could now finally rest some of the players that could, Mills, But it wasn't exactly over because Taylor gave away a penalty in the overtime. But yeah, the game was already dusted. I mean, it was done and dusted before this, so it doesn't really matter too much that he gave away this penalty. A good result and a good performance, if you ask me. 20 shots, 11 on target, 59% possession. We were having this game. This was our game away from home against, a kind of a mid-table team, but still a very, very good result for us. We could say all day long that this was a pretty bad because of 2 conceded goals, but you know what? At the end of the day, we were having a pretty poor form, or at least a dip in our form curve. So getting back in it here with our consistency not really being that well up towards this game, and now getting a 4-2 from going over to this generic formation again, or tactic, well, we can't complain too much about that, can we? And definitely also gonna stick with this generic thing for the rest of the season. Is it gonna be enough to clinch the title? Maybe not. Top three. Maidenhead in the first round of FA Cup. Well, as you can see here, they are actually playing in the Vanarama National League, 1 league above us. So by no means an easy match, but they were sitting, or is sitting right now, 13th, 19th media prediction. So probably pretty equal in terms of that, but still 1 league above us. And also 22k in pound prize winning money here. So definitely worth taking that with us if we could. And we are going in with pretty much strongest 11 here. And of course, no changes to the tactic. Well, here we go. Pretty even game until the 24th minute when Mills pops up from a cross and brings us in front with his header. Cup fever for Hamlet. And not long after, we have another very well struck half volley here, and it brings us all back to level, unfortunately. Bang, bang, 3 minutes later. Again. Dobbs with his 4th goal in 2 games. Low, powerful, long-range shot. I mean, that was a pretty good goal from him. I don't like long shots, but you know what? It looks great when they go in. Oh my God. And I don't even believe in God, really. So take a look at this one, really. This is a beautiful, all the way through, very beautiful, lovely pass from all of our midfielders that end. But yeah, that ball from Box Hill is that is something else. And Mills, composed as you like, easing past the goalkeeper, and in it went. That was probably one of the best goals of the season. Probably one of the best goals I've seen in FM22, to be honest. I just loved it. I loved everything about it. Maidenhead had their chances, but at halftime, we basically sat on this one. And remember, 1 league above us, and we are 3-1 up. Just scoring 3 goals against someone in another league above you is pretty damn good. And here we go again. Record hitting the post from a free kick. Coogan cleaning up the mess here and brings us to 4-1. Awesome. And that should pretty much be the win, right? Well, what can I say? Let them play and they will kill it. Well done, lads. This is one hell of a performance, or performance. Sometimes I'm saying performance instead of performance. Very close. Those words triggering me. On paper, this should be a pretty hard match for us, but it looks very easy. Yeah, you know what? It is still a hard game, but the boys are just killing it. Clinical. Great movement, composed, nothing to complain about so far. I guess we could say generic is going to be the key word for this episode. Also, for this season. Yeah, take a look at this. 66% possession against someone above us in the league. That's insane. Yeah, they got their chances, sure. But 9.6 by record. I didn't even notice that, but he had a massive game. His crosses are sometimes really, really good. But yeah, a really good game from us. Mills having a great time. Box Hill having that insane pass. That was probably the goal of FM22 for me after 200 and I don't know how many hours it is. 250? I don't know. A lot of hours. Job done. we're further into the FA Cup, also taking home 22k in pounds. 22k pounds. So in between that one or that match and the next one, we got this guy in, Ogo Ubi. He's on a 2-year contract, 325 wages, a striker, rotational option, I think, maybe. Like I said in the last episode, we kind of needed a bit of backup for our deep lying forward, or just backup in total in our striking apartment. And this is the guy. He's pretty good in physicals. A little bit better finishing and composure. Probably a better finisher than the rest of the guys up there. So that we got that. He's just a little bit different. But what is making him really good is how many things he can actually play as. Yeah, my assistant don't really rate him very highly. You know what? He's probably as good as Dobbs or thereabout. So on 325 wages, we get a lot for the money here because he can play poacher, pressing forward, but I'm not going to use that. He can play target forward. I wouldn't do that. Advanced forward, sure, he could do that. Deep lying forward, probably likely that's what he's going to play most of the time, or as a poacher. But he can also go down and play the shadow striker role. Third choice shadow striker, or actually second choice, I think, because I don't think Box Hill is that good there. So I think second choice shadow striker is right here. And if we at some stage go out and play inside forwards or wingers, well, there we go. Still decent for backupping that as well. I think it's worth the value, or worth the wages here to get him in. And also just a bit different from all the other kind of strikers we have. Hemel Hempstead, they were 12th in the league when we played them. Predicted 10th. Hopefully a win here, right? I was thinking hopefully a win here. But yeah, let's find out. I mean, half the effort from the last game, and surely it would be a win. Of course, again, no changes to the tactic or the formation for that matter, and my younger is out with some international duty, so we don't have our first choice there, but you know what, and yeah, Friel is coming in for Davy. Otherwise the same 9 as before. And, of course, our new signing is on the bench. But it was all even at half. Also in terms of the gameplay, we are controlling the gameplay, I would say, getting our chances, and they're getting their chances by countering us. Really hard to tell if anyone was getting away with a win here. Dobbs are dropping deep here, finding a through ball up to Cooper in between their central defenders, who strikes it well. Another ABC shadow striker work here. And we are finding ourselves 1-0 up against, well, so far, a pretty even game. And yet another assist from Dobbs here with a brilliant cross into the header of Agoha that surely will secure the 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't over. They get one back here. An awful free kick that turned into a direct free run for their striker. Not exactly sure what our player staying back here was doing. He was not marking his man at all. And yeah, that was a one-on-one situation, and that didn't look good for our goalkeeper. But what can I say? It's the first time I've seen something this happening from one of our free kicks. So I'll let it slide. Not sure what our guy was doing up there. I think it was Friel not marking his man. He should just have stead. He should just have stead with that man. I'm not sure what he did that far forward, because he is on staying at home, so he should be close to that man, but he wasn't. I don't know what happened here. But it's the first time I've seen it, I think. At least this bad. Full time, 3 points in a pretty even match. Very annoying to concede that late, but you know what? It was a very strange kind of way to concede it. But overall, a pretty good performance, and some of the lads was definitely showing their worth, especially Dobbs. I would also say Paddington had a pretty decent game. And I don't know why Friel have 7.5, because he was I wouldn't say directly the fault of this conceded goal, but at least have a big part of it. We're gonna call them Town. Nah, probably Matthew. I think Matthew sounds right. So they were 19th in the league, 23rd predicted, and it's away from home. Probably one of the worst teams in the league, and this should be a win, even away from home. But when we played them, their form was actually quite good, so I was a little bit worried, just a little bit. Cooper is coming in, so is Evans. Otherwise, same 9 players, same formation, same tactic, of course, as well. I'm pretty much trying to consistently rotate some of the players. We have like 16, 17 players that I consider first team, not first team 11, of course, but the first members of the squad, kind of. And then we have some very fringe players. So I'm trying to rotate some of them. And it is starting off pretty well here with a 7 minutes in here with a trademark Mills goal from a corner. Well, we love to see it. And come half time, no highlights for Matthew. but quite a good few ones for us. Honestly, we should probably have scored to 2-0. Hopefully, we will get that second one in the second half here. It did take its time, but finally, we in the 80th minute here take Cropper take a cutback for Mills, and he finds the net with a pretty good strike. Not exactly what I would call a clinical job. Then we would have won this 4-0, maybe 5-0 even. But it's a clean sheet and 3 points. Not to forget, away from home. Honestly, I should take that any day of the week. Also very important to remember here is that now, with this win, we are back top of the league. 2 points clear down to Havant, 3 points down to Dorking, so Havant is coming up. Ebbsfleet is still sitting 7 points behind us, but honestly, I think Ebbsfleet is they're still gonna get up there, aren't they? I think they're gonna get up there. This was gonna be an interesting one. Oxford City away from home, they were sitting 10th in the league, 7 predicted. So yeah, by all means, probably not an easy game away from home. And I kind of thought that this was probably gonna be a draw. That was my initial thought process going into this match. Mills were not really fit to start this one, so Gohar is gonna start. Same with Box Hill, out for Davey. Record back in for Evans. And of course, Mayunga back in for Taylor. Again, quite a few changes here, but that is what we're all about. We need to rotate some of the boys, keeping them fit and keeping the injury risk down, basically. So I think I'm managing quite well here with doing that. But nothing really happened, and halftime came. Just like I predicted it. Wow, that was hard to say. All even at the half here. I mean, both teams had their chances, and it was sure all up for grabs in the second half. But honestly, I still thought it would be a draw. I was very close to making a change here, but I thankfully managed to clench together my bollocks and and decided to not do anything. I mean, if we could get away with a draw at one point here, I thought it would be okay, but I was so close to changing something here. And what you have it, 65 minutes in, and we were definitely the better team in the second half. Not a single highlight for them, actually. So I decided to go for the throat and bring in Mills, and also our new signing Obi, to hopefully try and find a win here. I didn't want to change the tactic. Just wanted to put in someone who could, just give us that small chance of getting a winning goal. Mills did have 3 or 4 very, very big chances that should probably have gone in, one of them, but they didn't. It ended 0-0, 0-0. But yeah, on paper, I would have taken a 1-pointer here before the game started. So there we go. My prediction came true. It's a 0-0. We definitely look like the better team overall, and I'm pretty happy with the performance. It was like a little bit unlucky that one of these chances didn't go in. On another day, we would have won this 1-0. It might not show from the ratings up here but Cooper actually had a pretty good game. He had a lot of runs in between their defenders. But as we know him, he can't finish anything for some reason, but he had probably 7 or 8 pretty good runs in between the defenders with a shot on, basically one-on-ones, but he still can't seem to finish them. But honestly, that allowed us to, I wouldn't say it allowed us to be better because he didn't score his chances, but at least it is showing us that our tactics is definitely working. We just need the players to execute it a little bit better. And also Partington here with a pretty decent result for us, because he definitely took, I don't remember, but at least one very, very big chance for them, and keeping us in and getting us the point, basically, because second half was pretty good for us. But there we go. That's the last game before the Ebbsfleet. So taking a look at the schedule here, we can easily see this was the first game here out of the 8 or whatever it is. Is it 7 or 8, whatever it is. But you can see here the first 3 terrible matches. Then we went back to the generic thing, or whatever. We are calling it the generic tactic, the diamond generic, version 3. And all of a sudden, I mean, it's hard to argue with the results, is it? I mean, yeah, we are letting in goals, but we are also winning the games. So I can't really argue with that. And that means in the league, we are currently sitting number 1, just 1 point behind, or in front of Dorking, of course. Haven't. Also 2 points behind. Ebbsfleet is coming up to 4th now, 36. And yeah, we know we have the Ebbsfleet game now, so that is going to be a massive game for us. Also very interesting, we have Salford in the FA Cup next round here, the second round, I think it is. So not actually a very, very poor kind of draw for us, because Salford is in League 2, but they are not a big team, and they are actually pretty good, but they don't have a big stadium, so the income from the tickets is not gonna help us much. I would have liked to see a very big team here. We didn't get it. We got Salford, but maybe, just maybe I can squeeze through and get another round in if we win against them, and maybe find a big team so we can get a big, nice bag of money in, because it is 50-50. You know, no matter where you play, it's gonna be 50-50 in terms of ticket prices, or we're gonna get their 50-50 tickets or whatever you call it, income. So kind of annoying to see Salford because they don't really have a big stadium. They're not really a big club. Sorry, Salford, but you're not really a big club. I mean, I could have gotten Middlesbrough. I could have gotten, I don't know, some big team at least. But no, we're gonna play Salford, and we'll see how that goes. I'm probably not gonna show it. Depends. It depends. Right. So the game of the day, Ipswich. We are at home, so I mean, this is the type of game, where you can win the title or you can lose the title. Not really, but you know what I mean. It's a big game, and a loss here, I would look bad. That probably making Dorking and also Haven go above us. So we need to clinch it. We need to clinch it. All right, we are gonna bring Mills back on. I think Box Hill is he's probably a big game player, so we're gonna bring him. Whoop! Don't do that. Please bring him in for Davy. And what else can we do here? I could try Obi. He's not really fit, and I'm not gonna risk that. Actually, is anyone Nagaret here? Mayunger is not ready for this game. Neither is Allardyce really. Crobber, let's take Crobber out for Coogan. He's not really fit, but he's my best bet. I think I need Crobber on here. Just in case. Actually, Brian is in here. Let's take Brian with us. He can also go down into the fullback area or wingback area or whatever you want to call it. I think Mayunger is too Nagaret to play this, to be honest. I don't really want him to play this one. A central defender, an extra central defender could really help us out here. We have to, and it has to be a rotational option. We can't have a backup or someone who is not good enough to play. We need someone good enough. So I guess we're gonna go with Allardyce and Tyler. They've been okay when they played together. It's not the end of the world not having Taylor with us in there. But we do have him on the bench, so usually he actually comes on, or the other guy that is on the bench is going to come on. So they rotate in between each other, but it is tough for them playing all games. It really is. We could really have used that fourth kind of good rotational option, but we don't have it, and we don't really have the money for it or wages. So I think this is going to be the setup for the game. Not exactly good, but yeah, we have to do with what we have. Of course, we are not going to change the tactics, so there we go. Let's get into it. Okay, so what are we expecting here from this game? Well, they are in pretty strong form, winning the last 3. Could go bad. We are in excellent form, just drawing the last one, but yeah, I'm expecting a draw. I think a draw would be... It's not what I hope for, but I think that's going to be the result. Maybe a 1-1. I would say a 1-1. Let's get into the dressing room. What are we going to go for? Point fingers, hands together, just hands in pocket and say, this is a match we should win. Make sure we do. That's my assistant. I don't like that. Let's stick to the plan, stay patient, and we will win it. Maybe I should have done the other thing, but whatever. Here we go. Big day for us against Ipswich. I know they got a good team, so actually I think they are underperforming right now. I think they should be higher up the league. They should probably be where we're sitting. So I think they are underperforming. Okay, let's see. Not a highlight. This is not a highlight. Keep it rolling. It's not a highlight. It's not a highlight. I keep saying it. It's probably a highlight then. Let's see. No, it's not a highlight. Or no, it's not. No, it's not a highlight. I don't know why Sports Interactive keeps showing us non-highlighted starts of the game thing. It's really annoying. It's been like that for such a long time. Mills into Dobbs. Dobbs taking a shot, getting reflected. Is it called reflected or... There's another word, reflected or... I don't know. I'm calling it reflected. I think that is the right word, right? But sometimes I'm using another... Deflected. Oh, it's deflected. Deflection. Yes, not reflected. Reflection is something else. There we go. Not native to English. Another shot here getting deflected into a corner. Corners? Well, I'll take corners. You're good with corners. I don't mind a corner. Come on, Mills. Come on, Mills. He's right here. Come on, Mills. Oh, close one, Dobbs. I was expecting Mills to get the header, but nope, it was Dobbs. Dubbity-dub-dub. Okay. Smith, their goalkeeper. Are we going to find this one? Yeah, yes. Friel into... No, Coogan into Mills. Back to Friel. Milovic, Mills, Cooper. Dobbs. All the way back to Allardyce. I see this very often. You know, tiki-taka in the midfield, then going back to the central defenders, then out to our wing-backs, and across into Cooper. Well done. Dobbs. It was actually pretty good by Cooper, laying it off for Dobbs right there. Yeah, pretty good attack. Also with the wing-back situation over there. Boxhill. Haven't seen much to him so far, but I mean, it's only 30 minutes in. Milovic over to Rekert. Rekert into Mills. Free header. Oh, he almost made a mess of that. The goalkeeper, Coogan. Can he take his man? No, he's going back to Taylor. That's okay. Taylor, he's gonna... Nope, into Milovic. Into Boxhill. Dobbs. Boxhill going out. No, they're not gonna go. Come on. No. Boxhill going in again. Cooper. Friel. Okay, now we're going out. The outside here. Coogan. Mills. Not sure what this is, but it's a highlight. Friel, Coogan. Back to Taylor again. Very long highlight. Very massive amount of passes here for us. I mean, I'll take it. If we're this good against Ipswich and in control, we should be good. Cooper with a long shot. That was actually piss poor after such a long highlight, but I guess I'll take it. At least we're the better team here by far. Not really leaving much for them. So it seems like we are hopefully gonna win this one. You never know. It's. I mean, we haven't scored yet, so if we could get a 1-0 here, that would be lovely. But yeah, we are, like, if I'm pausing it here, as you can see, many of our players is in the central part of the attacking third. In their half here, and a lot of our kind of playthrough is going through the mid. We have a lot of lovely triangles in here, and at some stage, one of them is going to decide to kick the ball out to one of the wing backs, and then we get the wing backs into play completely open, and then they get a good cross in to Mills, Cooper, or Dobbs, who is straight on right in the box because they're so close to the box anyway. And that is basically our setup, doing a lot of tiki-taka and then getting it out to the wing backs at some point, and they're gonna have so much space because it's so narrow in here. So that's basically how we're gonna do. Sometimes they're going back to Taylor or whoever is playing the other central defender. And that's also pretty good. That's another long shot, but not really dealt with really well here by that goalkeeper. And we're taking another corner. That's our second choice of goals here, or second way of getting goals. The corners, of course. Mills. Okay. We're getting closer. Another corner. Good. Rekert here. Into Mills. No, it hit Taylor, I think. Back to Rekert. Second ball in. Pretty bad one. Friel picking up the second ball. What is he going to do? Into Boxhill. Pretty narrow in here. Or tight, I would say. Boxhill going back. Milovic. Friel, don't lose it here. Please don't lose it. Okay, good. It's opening up here. Cooper with a chance. Getting deflected. Dobbs. Friel back to Milovic. Boxhill. Still tight. Rekert. Don't think you have the space here. Oh, he can take on his man, but I'll take a long throw. Long throw is good. Rekert taking them. I guess it wasn't a highlight, but okay. Halftime, so let's reflect on that. Yeah, pretty good game so far. Can't really complain too much. We controlled it all. We had some decent chances. We just need to find that one goal. I thought it would be a more even game, but it isn't. So I think we just continue and wait for someone to be really, really nagger it, and then we'll take them off. Well, not just nagger it, and then we'll take them off. Yeah, keep going. We can win this if you work hard as a team. Nothing. Okay. I agreed with my assistant in that one, and this time it didn't work. Winners. Please, boys. Lads. Please. Give us a win. 1 goal. 1 mil header. Or something. One Dobbs hitter. He's also been kind of decent on his hitting. Ooh, okay, we're winning the ball here. Box Hill, Record. He is not going to run, is he? No, he's going to go back. Yeah. Allardyce. Box Hill, Record. Dobbs. Finding Record again. I don't think he can manage to squeeze through here. Maybe he can. Oh, Box Hill is there. The Masila. Dobbs with a decent effort, but again, the goalkeeper is dropping his ball, and it actually went out for a corner here. Wow, that's a pretty big drop. Well, not really, but it's just a mistake of his, I would say. Mills? I thought that went in. I actually thought that would go in. Not taking our chances here. Not taking our chances. How is fitness? Allardyce is getting... Yeah, he's getting there. Another long throw here. Nope. Not coming all the way into one of our guys. Second ball for Rickett. Allardyce. Yeah, there's no one over here. Let's go back. Go back, mate. Go back. No. It's too tight. Rickett. What Allardyce was doing there. Sometimes he seems to just be dancing around, like waiting for the opponents to just do a free kick on him. Ooh, okay. I mean, the long shots have actually been quite good because he's dropping the ball every time, that goalkeeper. So he's leaving us with a lot of... hold on, what is this? Allardyce for Brian. He's not... I don't know if I like that. I mean, he can do it, but he's not sharp. And he probably shouldn't play on the left side. No, 60 minutes. I think Mayunga can play 60 minutes here. I'll rather play Mayunga here. I don't feel like it's a good idea. Allardyce has also been shit. Well, not shit, but just average. Let's just bring on Mayunga instead. I don't really want to... I don't think I've played Brian down there all season, so... And also not being in good form. Well, he hasn't played, so you can't really be in good form if you're not playing. Another Mills header, another poor effort, I would say. But yeah, if there is anyone that's going to win this game, I guess it's going to be us. But I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to let it play out because I don't think we can even create more chances than what we do. So let's just keep them play. Oh my. Are we going to get FM'd here? First highlight for them, right? Or is it? Maybe they had one very early on. But yeah, probably their first highlight here. Or are we going to get a counter? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe a long shot? Yeah, pretty poor long shot. I mean, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, Mayunga. Out to Record. Can he run? That's odd. Getting deflected. Cooper. Again, long range shot. We have a lot of long range shots. But so far they have actually been okay. Because we're getting so many corners from them. 80 minutes. I mean, we should probably make some changes here. I'm not sure exactly what, because it's hard to create more chances here, I think. Coogan is pretty done for, so let's just take him off for Brian. Cooper hasn't been great. Shadowkeeper it's not working this game because it's such a narrow kind of... They're sitting actually, they're not sitting that narrow because they're very often it seems like we're having a hard time finding the crosses from Record, but when he does, it seems to be pretty good. So, Tom Davey in, Box Hill up. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's Tom Davey down, Box Hill up, but let's make him an attacking or advanced playmaker. Probably attacking instead. I don't think it's gonna hurt us too much by doing that. Let's just try something. Not gonna change a whole lot here. Like I said, a draw is not really a bad result, but I mean, after this... Offside? Nope. It's a goal. Mills. Great assist by Record, but even greater being onside here by Mills and finding the room from the free kick. Look at this. Where is he? Oh, this guy is making a mess of things. Hockenhull just leaving Mills. That's terrible defending. Absolutely horrible defending. Yeah, look at that. That's terrible, but really great by Mills. And also lovely assist by Rickett. I'll take it. 1-0. I mean, how can I not take this? It's very important 3 points here. And we haven't allowed them to do anything this game. And we are playing, name of the game here, generic. Or name of the episode, generic. Because, yeah, of course, we are not really having a lot of tactical choices, instructions, and things like that. We are just letting them play. And so far, oh, no. Well done, Partington. Oh, that was way too close, man. We haven't seen them get anything pretty much all this match. And now, all of a sudden, they're going attacking. Actually, let's go back to cautious here, because they seem to be going out attacking now. I didn't see them do it, but I just, just from seeing this, I'm pretty sure we should probably go back to cautious just to stand a little bit further down. Just allow them a little bit more. Okay. How many deflections did we see this game? Have to reflect on that. Idiot. Well, there we go. 1-0. Four shots, 2 on target. I can't complain about this. We got the win. We were not really clinical, but you know what? If we can keep this up for the whole season, having this kind of performance from the lads, I think we're going to win the title then. Top 2, at least top 2, if we can keep this up. I'm gonna change it to top 2 now, because we're winning against Ipswich. Ipswich is probably the best team in the league. Well, or maybe we are, I don't know, but on paper, I would think that Ipswich would have been the best team in the league. And we are completely dominating them. There we go, guys. Pretty damn good game here. Very important 3 points. Very big results at home against Ipswich. Let's move on. Right, so 44 points here in the league. Dorking haven't played their games yet. I'm gonna expect them to both win. They could lose, who knows? But yeah, it looks promising. With that kind of performance against Ipswich, then maybe the title is on. Oh, a quick look here in the data hub. I like to do this from time to time. Not every single game, but I often come in here just to check out a couple of things. And the momentum is. They probably went attacking here, but a big mistake not doing it before that, because yeah, you shouldn't be reactive. You should be active. And I guess I actually don't do that. I'm actually also reactive, because I'm not changing anything from game to game anymore. Generic. Let's see the XG here. Yeah, they had that one big chance here, and then we had a lot of small chances. We're not really No, that's not true. We are creating very good chances, but our strikers are just not that clinical. They are not composed, so to speak. We actually generate quite a good amount of good chances, at least from what I can tell. And I think we can actually see that somewhere. We should probably be able to see that. If we're going into players, I haven't really set it up. So let's ask for shooting. Let's see, shooting forward. Let's see. Well, we are not that wasteful. Aggressive, passive shooting, passive. No, we are definitely shooting more than most are. And Danny Mills is definitely the one being the one shooting most in the league. So yeah, from what I can tell, we should probably score a bit more from the Danny Mills hitters. He's not as clinical as I would like him to be, but we are doing all right. I mean, if we can win games against Ipswich here at home 1-0, being completely in control, it's hard to complain about him not being clinical enough, because he is a very, very good striker for us. Seen over 2 seasons, absolutely the key player for us. In terms of finances, if we're taking a quick look at that, almost 300k in the bank, and we still have that game to play against Salford in the FA Cup, so even more money could come in. We are a little bit over the wage budget now because of that new signing with Oki. He's not playing a whole lot yet, because it's hard to take Dobbs and Mills out. Dobbs is questionable. I could probably try and get him fit, Obi. But so far, I'm okay with Dobbs not scoring as many goals as he do. But he's actually our main starter. He have started 21 games. So, I mean, it's hard to take someone out who is this fit and also plays quite good. 7.50. Oh, that's the last 5. 7.59 average rating. Yeah, it's hard to take that guy out. He's one of the biggest performers inside our... he's number 4 on the list here. Only Coogan, Mills, and Rickett being better. Coogan has been a big surprise to me. He's doing so well on that wingback role. Lovely to see it. And so young, 21. He could be a man for the future. Even if he doesn't really develop, if he keeps these kinds of stats up or this kind of performance, why wouldn't I play him then? Even if he doesn't have the numbers for it. Some players are just good. Some players are just doing good. He's one of them. this season. Probably because he had more room to cross into, I guess, or also run into. So that's interesting. Yeah, 7 assists, also 8 assists from Rekord. I kind of expected that. 19 goals from Danny Mills, 16 from Dobbs. He's going more than I thought he would. Yeah, 16 goals from 21 goals, or 21 starts. Can't complain too much about that. 14 starts for Rekord, 8 assists. That is also pretty damn good. Actually, even better, Kukan, 10 starts, 4 coming on from the bench, 2 goals and 7 assists. Interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Our wing backs are doing really well. All of them inside. Evans here, and also Cropper, probably the worst of the lads, but still pretty good. He hasn't really brought in too many assists. I thought he would with his long throws and stuff like that. I don't know. Kugan is just that better for some reason. It doesn't show in their attributes, but so far Kugan is the best wingback. Well, on the right side, because Rekord is right now our best player, it seems. 8.05. So, when are we gonna come back again? Good question. See, here's the problem. We got a couple of interesting games against Eastbourne Borough in the trophy. Actually, that's not very interesting, but it's probably gonna be a hard game because they are sitting 8 in our league. Not an easy game away from home. Even harder, Salford. I mean, we could lose both of them, and I wouldn't be too annoyed losing those. We could also win both of them, which is actually also a little bit struggling because being in both cups, that could make us have trouble with fitness and condition. I'm worried about that. If I were to crash out of the FA Trophy, I wouldn't be too mad about it. If I were to win the FA Cup and get more money that way, you know what? Maybe I'll take that. But it could mean that we are not having enough fitness or enough fit players for the league. So maybe crashing out of both of them is not too bad. But I'm of course not going to go in with the mentality of losing them. I'm going to go in. I'm going to try and win. So we're probably going to start the best players that I can start in, at least compared to how we rotate. So when are we going to come back? Well, we got a Signal Bands. Pretty tough game away from home, but I'm not going to come back for that one. Welling, decent game at home here. You know what? The 4 first here is going to be the hardest, I think. Then away for Braintree. Nah, Eastbourne Borough. You know what? I think I'm going to come back for this game against Eastbourne Borough. Not many games, especially not in the league, but I like to keep it a little bit more tight, not playing 8-9 games before I'm coming back. I like around 5-6 games or something like that. So yeah, Eastbourne Borough, I'm going to come back for that game. Probably a hard one, but we are at home. And hopefully we do have a couple of wins, at least in the league. Not too worried about the cups. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this episode. And continue to keep that thumbs up going. And yeah. Come back for the next one. See you around, folks.